Do you ever feel like something is holding you back from being your best self? Do certain habits keep getting in your way of achieving your goals? We all have things we do that sabotage our happiness and success, even if we don't realize it. Ask yourself, am I spending too much time scrolling on my phone instead of connecting with real people? Do I stay in relationships that bring me down? Am I overspending and going into debt? Do I avoid exercise and eat poorly? Who am I choosing to surround myself with? Positive people or negative influences? Do I overthink everything instead of taking action? If you answered yes to any of those, you may be ruining your own life in small but damaging ways. The good news is, once you identify those self-sabotaging behaviors, you can work to change them. You have the power to create healthy habits and the life you truly want. So be honest with yourself. What do you need to work on to be your best you? I get it. We all have those habits we know aren't great, but we downplay or make excuses for. Let's talk about some common ones that could be ruining your life if you don't get control of them. First up, phone and social media addiction. Do you find yourself mindlessly scrolling for hours, losing big chunks of time? I'm guilty of it too. Like just the other day, you realized you had spent over 2 hours browsing Instagram when you were supposed to be working. But constantly staring at screens keeps us from being present and forming real connections. For example, you have a friend who is always on their phone, even when you're trying to have a conversation. They're constantly stopping to respond to texts and social media notifications. You end up feeling unheard and unimportant. Try setting limits on your usage, putting the phone away for certain hours, turning off notifications. Like, make a rule not to go on social media until after 5 p.m. and focus on work during the day. Or put your phone in another room while you have quality time with your family or friends. Your focus, relationships, and sleep will thank you. Next, toxic relationships. I know it's hard, but you have to value yourself enough to walk away from people who mistreat you or drag you down. It doesn't matter if it's a partner, friend, or family member. For example, you may have a spouse who constantly criticizes you and makes you feel small, or a friend who always needs favors but is never there for you. Even a family member like a sister or parent could be negative and abusive. It's easy to make excuses for them or downplay the toxicity. But you deserve people in your life who make you feel good about yourself. Surround yourself with positive friends who lift you up with kindness and support. Cut out relationships that are abusive or one-sided. Though difficult, you'll be so much happier and self-confident when you're not drained by unhealthy relationships. Your mental health is worth it. Number 3, money. Are you buying things you can't afford? Designer clothes, fancy cars, the latest iPhone. It's easy to want the status, but getting dug into debt to get it isn't worth it. For example, you may feel pressure to keep up with friends by getting a luxury car or wearing expensive brands. Or you want the newest iPhone, even though your current phone works fine. I've totally been there too, but the temporary rush of swiping the credit card leads to years of payments, stress, and interest charges. It prevents you from saving and feels like a constant weight. Live below your means. Cook at home instead of eating out. Find free activities like hiking or library events. Set a realistic budget and stick to it. Build an emergency fund. Financial freedom from debt feels amazing. You'll thank yourself later. Number 4, health habits. I'm calling us both out. It's so easy to fill up on takeout and fast food after a long day, then not have the energy to exercise. But treating your body badly with poor nutrition and inactivity takes a major toll over time. For instance, you may frequently skip breakfast, eat lunch at your desk, and grab takeout for dinner. It's fast and convenient. But over time, those unhealthy eating habits can lead to weight gain, low energy, and even things like heart disease or diabetes. Similarly, you know you should work out, but it's easy to make excuses to skip it after a tiring day. You just want to relax on the couch. But inactivity leads to muscle loss and disease. Meal prep healthy food so you're not tempted by junk. Find workouts you actually enjoy. Even just a 30-minute walk helps. Treat your body with care. Put your physical and mental health first, not out of vanity, but self-respect. You deserve to feel good. Number 5, friend circle. Who you spend time with matters. If your circle of friends or coworkers is full of negative, dramatic people, that toxicity will rub off on you. For instance, you may have a longtime friend who is always complaining about their job, their relationship, their life. Whenever you hang out, They monopolize the conversation with their gripes and frustrations. You leave feeling drained and depressed after listening for hours. Or your coworkers at your job may be lazy slackers who are constantly late, avoid work, and bring zero energy. Their bad attitude drags down the whole team's morale and productivity. Being surrounded by them makes you anxious and overwhelmed. Instead, actively build relationships with positive people who inspire you. Join a hiking club or photography group to meet upbeat people who share your interests. Make an effort to connect more at work with colleagues who have an optimistic can-do attitude. Share ideas and collaborate with them on projects. Surrounding yourself with motivated, supportive friends and coworkers energizes you. Their enthusiasm is contagious. You'll find yourself smiling and laughing more, feeling capable and eager to pursue your goals. Quality friendships over quantity of connections. Be picky about who you spend significant time with, and don't let negativity pollute your mindset and life outlook. The company you keep shapes you. Lastly, overthinking. I definitely struggle with analyzing every little thing and being afraid to act. It keeps me stagnant. For instance, you may obsess for weeks about whether or not to apply for a promotion at work, overanalyzing if you're qualified or if it would be too stressful. Or you might hem and haw for months about whether or not to end a relationship that's run its course. The constant analysis leads to decision paralysis. You get so wrapped up in evaluating all the options and potential outcomes that you freeze up and do nothing at all. Trust your instincts. They're usually right. Take smart, calculated risks and act. Move forward decisively without overanalyzing everything. Fortune favors the bold. Opportunities are missed by those who think too much rather than acting. So push yourself out of your comfort zone. Apply for that promotion, start that side business, ask someone out. Once you start moving, you build momentum. But you have to take that first step and stop psyching yourself out. But now that you're aware of these common self-sabotaging behaviors, you can start making changes, right? Replace those detrimental habits with positive ones that lift you up. You have the power to create the life you want. So tell me in the comments, which bad habit are you ready to kick first? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more self-improvement tips. By supporting this channel, you help me keep making content like this. See you next time.